Hello, today I'm going to play some Mozart, the Piano Sonata in C, just the first movement. The very famous one, but it actually, despite being sort of easy sounding, I think Mozart's always deceptively easy sounding. There's quite a lot of technical difficulties in it. So I'm going to try and play it for you. There'll probably be quite a few mistakes, but hopefully not too many. And then I'll talk about some of the exercises that you can use to help strengthen your fingers to play specifically for this piece, and also some of the ways you can approach practicing the piece to improve it. Okay, here we go. I'll play it first and I'll talk about it afterwards. Okay, so a few mistakes there, but basically the idea. Right, so what are the hard bits of the piece? I think that's always a good thing to think about when you're practicing, whatever the piece. Just think about what is the technical issues involved, and obviously in this one, it's quite a lot of different scales, and some of them using fingering that you wouldn't necessarily use otherwise. So one way to practice that is, I think, because there's lots of changes of position, practice the thumb, practice moving the thumb, 1, 2, thumb, 2, thumb, and then same thing but with 3, and focus on getting the thumb under quickly. The same thing with the left hand. Okay. Trills. Actually, trills and this bit as well. In a way, this is almost more difficult than trill because it has to be much more controlled. And probably the hardest thing about that is playing it at a sensible dynamic volume. So, practicing. See if you can control the tempo. That's quite a tricky thing. There's some other tricky things in here as well. Just practicing things that don't don't quite get even enough, you can do that by playing it with a tripleted feel. So especially in this piece, I'm making the 16th notes, the semiquavers, into tripleted or swung 16th notes. So if I play the whole thing like that, it starts out same because these are all quavers. This is particularly difficult. So practice that with the swing feel. And maybe separate out the... and then without the swing feel. So that's difficult to maintain the dynamic control, but you can practice that again with the swing feel. Or with a dotted note approach. And just a little exercise to leave you with, and I think that this one's really good for the thumbs, but one that's really good for getting the trills and just general dexterity up. Instead of doing a regular trill, I've been practicing some drums recently, and drummers don't just practice single stroke rolls, they don't just practice the drumming equivalent of a trill, they practice other things like paradiddles. And you can apply the paradiddle just the same to a trill on the piano. That's a paradiddle, it's left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right. You can do it with all your fingers. And I think the reason that's better in a way than a trill is because a trill, first of all, can run away with itself, and you think you've got the control, but you haven't really. And secondly, when you're playing a trill, basically that's the speed that your thumb is going up or your finger's going up. If you do this, it has to do basically double the speed. So you're practicing something that requires twice as much reaction, really. You even practice this whole bit as a paradiddle. That'd be a good exercise. So I hope there's some ideas there. I'm going to just recap some of them. Getting the thumb. It'll help definitely to find all the bits in this piece. Playing with a swing feel or with a dotted feel to really emphasise some of the parts of the music. Having to get it even more accurate. And I think that's probably it. What was the last thing? Oh, and just doing the paradiddle exercise as a warm-up as well, that's good. So I think all of that can help. Yeah, I hope that helps. Alright, thanks.